Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today's video will be about showcasing my Doom Tower Waves video, just like the, not video theme, just like the title says. And well, basically the reason why I thought about doing that is since I already started showing lots of teams for Doom Tower bosses, for secret rooms, I said, okay, might as well show the team that I use for the waves in general. So this is basically this is going to be a showcase, I guess, but at the same time it's going to be a guide, because at the end of the day it's a guide for people that have those champions, and for people that don't have them or like don't have that gear at this point, it's a showcase. So I would classify this, I guess, as a speed run. Basically I'm still missing lots of champions that could make this even more like a lot easier, but I still try to find a way around it to make it as reliable as possible. To be fair, this rotation of the Doom Tower is possibly the worst one to show my speed run, because this is the worst rotation for like speed farms for seer comps, because they put so many champions in these waves that it's like most of them you actually have to use, you have to manual it, because either there's a Necret, or there's a Samar, or there's a champion that has revive on death, or you know, all those complicated and annoying champions that were put during the waves to try and keep us set it as much as possible in there. So let's have a look at some of the teams. I mean, if I look at most of the teams, do you see like averages like 64? Okay, this one, when it goes over 40, it's definitely a team where they have something that they put there to be annoying. Okay, 29, this is a good example to showcase it. So the team itself is, like I said, showcase. I have some interesting champs. So it's Duchess, which obviously it's a legendary, then Warlord, Void legendary, possibly one of the most wanted ones, Lydia, which you get from Faction Wars, Renegade, and Seer. So the whole idea behind my team is we go into the first wave, we nuke it down, we get to the second wave, Warlord locks them out, everybody else does their own stuff, Renegade resets, which we take down the second wave, and then when we get to the third wave, Warlord locks them back out, and then we have time to come back to our abilities and back to our reset for Renegade, or for the Karma Bomb from Seer. So let's have a look as an example how this one actually goes. Let me move myself a little bit to the side over here. So as you see, I open with A2 there, A1 with Duchess only, and then it's Karma Bomb. I stop it for a second. Reason why I stopped with the A1, I started with the A1 for Duchess is because I wanted to do this. Start with the lockout from Warlord, and we get to the second wave, Duchess puts Perfect Veil. So in case we get attacked, because my Seer and my Renegade are built for damage for Fire Knight 25, so they are in the same build. In case they get hit by some of these mobs on the Doom Tower wave, they can get one shot with A1. So you can get two people hitting them with A1 and they're dead. So Duchess has her A2, which puts Perfect Veil on everybody, so that they do not have to worry about anything, and they will survive. She will take the hit because she's built tanky and decently fast. So we continue with this one. A2 reset, like I said, he does his A2 because he doesn't have the lockout back. A1 again because doesn't have Perfect Veil. Wave down, and then we get to the last one, same thing, lockout. Lydia does her stuff, and we have Perfect Veil again, and now we get the shot, especially on this wave, we get the chance to come back to our abilities. So now everybody does their A1s or whatever skills they have, and this team usually takes, it's like between 20, honestly, depending on the RNG, I guess, between 25 to 40 turns. That's how many it takes, I guess. Like when it shows in turns, and time wise, I guess it's like a minute and a bit. It's extremely fast, it's really efficient, and honestly I'm pretty happy with it. This is the team that I use for like how many, let me see, like up until 100, sometimes even for the last 10 waves. Usually on the last 10 waves it becomes a bit more complicated because everybody starts to be really fast. Like you have some mobs on the waves that get to be like over 200 speed. So as you saw, it was 44 turns, 1 minute 53. Let's run it again and see, without me stopping it, how fast it is in time. Because okay, you can get some of RNG like that, which can screw it over. If you do like that, I just close it and go again, because if you care about doing it fast. So the RNG obviously can happen. If you care about doing this as fast as possible and you're looking at the waves, you can do that. If you're using RSL helper, you do not care because you click the run perfect, run effective resources, and keeps going up until it gets to the boss, and doesn't really matter. However, this one's pretty fast. Like I said, it runs pretty decent in time, especially because at the end of the day, I don't really care about turns themselves. I care about time spent, because like that's most people that play this game care about time spent, so they care about doing this as fast as they can. So if you don't have all the perfect ones, like if you don't have Kaimars and all that, then this one can work with the Renegade. The best solution for the best combination actually for this type of team is, instead of Warlord and Renegade, is to have two Kaimars, because then you reset on the first wave, you reset on second wave, and you're good to go. Since I don't have any Kaimar, this is what I run, and sort of like I have Warlord that is kind of like my failsafe. As you saw, 1 minute and 4 seconds, 38 turns. This is pretty easy. Let me show you the preset that I'm running on them, so you have an idea. As you see here, I have for Doom Towers wave hard, which is like the last 10 ones, when it becomes a little bit harder. I just remove Renegade from there and bring in my Sifi, and it runs the same full auto. It might take a little bit longer because it's like more buffs, more animations, and less reset for my Seer, but it always works. Like it never fails me, honestly. It might get some RNG, but I never lose. It just takes longer. Anyway, for this one, the way that I have them set is, like I mentioned, my Duchess Lily2, she opens with her A1, and that's about it. Everything else she does the right way. Lydia, I have nothing on her. Warlord, I have him open with the A2 for the first wave, then make sure he prioritizes his Orcish Ritual, which is the lockout, because sometimes he can do some funky stuffs in there. I think it would actually work even if I just didn't put any preset, but I wanted to just make sure that he has the lockout on the second and on the third wave. Renegade, nothing, and Seer, I make sure she prioritizes doing her Karma Bun. The speeds in here are 196, like Renegade being the slowest. Because Renegade is the slowest, then I have nothing set up here. If you have your Renegade set as if you have your Renegade set to be faster than your Seer, then you just make her open with A2 or A3, and then leave the rest as it is. Warlord and Duchess, for example, are my champions that are in my arena builds. So they are decently fast, high speed, high HP, good accuracy for Warlord for what he needs. Lydia, the same. Lydia, I made a combination of resistance, accuracy, speed, and defensive stats. So this is actually, let me show you like this. Yeah, so this is Lydia's stats. Seer, I coincidentally have some accuracy on her because I recently changed her chest. I got an accuracy chest to put on her that had crit rate. But like overall stats, to be fair, yes, it's a little bit high. But at the end of the day, it's Doom Tower hard is the same thing I'm using for Fire Knight 25. So if you have these champions, this is what you would use. If this doesn't work for you because you don't have that much crit damage for Seer, you could just make Duchess use the A2. You could make her use the perfect veil. She would bring more buffs, or you could bring somebody else instead of a Warlord if you have a Warlord and you need more buffs. But like I said, the reason why I really like him is because of the Orcish Rituals. Want him to be able to lock out the second and the third wave that way. Like I said, it's pretty fast, pretty easy. Actually, let me go quickly and show you some masteries on them as well. I mean, masteries doesn't really care. Lydia's I have her for PvE masteries. You see offensive and defensive ones. I took Lasting Gifts and Master Hexer because she has buffs and debuffs. I want a chance to extend both of them. Duchess is in my arena build. Let me move myself again. This is my Duchess for my arena build, so it's like the standard arena build, I guess. Warlord, same thing. In my arena build, arena masteries, Eagle Eye at the end to have as much accuracy. Seer, my Seer is a little bit different than maybe the majority of people. Majority of people might have her either in Hell Smasher, which I wouldn't recommend because it's not consistent for waves in dungeons, or in Flawless Execution. The reason why I put mine in War Master is because I managed to one-shot the waves even without War Master, because I have enough buffs for Seer to strip with like having immunities, shield buffs, and shield set on Renegade and all the other stuff, and support tree Evil Eye because I need it for finite 25 for reliability. Renegade, same thing I have with War Master because I wanted extra damage for bosses. Nothing too, I guess nothing too special, nothing too specific. The only special things are obviously like top tier legendaries, Duchess and Warlord that I used. But this is the team that I usually use, guys, for my Doom Tower waves. I hope this was helpful for you. I don't know, maybe some of you have the same champions and never thought about using them in this way, and this might be a good idea. Like just having, especially like I showed the presets, just having those certain presets can actually help you survive more, and I don't know, maybe make it more reliable and faster for you to go through the waves in the Doom Tower hard. But that will be it for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and see you all in the next video. Peace, love you all, goodbye, guys.